What up, YouTube? Back at it again. We're back with one of my favorite people. Our guest today is Rosé. It's not our guest. I would love to interview Rosé. Although I don't really do interviews. Not very well, at least, but I'd be happy to. That'd be a lot of fun. Do me a favor, go support Rosé. Go like, go subscribe. This one came from. I'll link it down below. You can go like the page too. This is not on her page. Most interviews aren't, but I think it's really smart when you're pushing albums, and she just dropped one in the fall winter. When you're and she's working on new stuff, but when you're getting stuff out there like she is, just exploding in her solo career, it's these media appearances I think are important, because a lot of people, like, for example, like she did the Hot Ones. A lot of people like the show just to watch. I just randomly, like, I was watching or I pulled up my YouTube the other day, and it's Hot Ones with Bill Murray, and I'm like interesting. That sounds interesting to me, because I went to place that, but I'm like, but again, you get different people exposed to different things who follow different media outlets and whatnot. So, anyways, go support Rosé. It is about 6 in the morning. It's the weekend. Welcome to the weekend, and happy Saturday to those of you, or whatever day it is whenever you watch this. It's also my birthday weekend, so you might not see a whole lot of me. I don't know what's in store for me. Some surprises. Love to have you here as well. Like, comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. Appreciate it very much. It does help the channel. I don't really need to wear headphones for interviews, so we're gonna dive in. Let's go.
We've got Rosé in the building, guys. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you so much for coming to join us.
No, thank you for having me.
How are you feeling?
I'm feeling great.
Yeah.
This is my third day here in London.
Where did you come from? Like, have you been? Is this?
Dude, if I had the ability to pull off, I want homie's sweater. I don't know that that's my look, but like, and I don't think I want to wake up like that guy did, whatever kind of coffee he had.
Is this?
Yeah, I was just in Japan.
Okay.
Yes, I was just in Japan. We performed APT in Osaka.
Nice.
And, yeah, at a Korean awards show that was held in Japan. So it was
Of
crazy.
course. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
And how's the jet lag?
The jet lag.
I'm not saying you look tired. You don't. You look
No,
fresh.
Thank you. Well, that's good, because, yeah, I got some good sleep last night. But it's okay. I usually just kind of ignore jet lag, even if it's
Yeah.
there.
Okay. Right. Because just before we started recording, I said, "Do you have any tips for jet lag?" Because I've just got. Bit of a name. Just got back from Australia. Don't worry about it. I'm really struggling for the first time. I've been waking up at 4:30 every
He doesn't seem like he's struggling.
day and not being able to get back to sleep.
Okay.
And I was like, have you got any top tips for how to beat it?
I've got tips for that.
Yeah.
It's just, if you wake up, then you get some earplugs, eye mask.
Yeah.
And then you turn on like a meditation thing, and you just like.
Okay.
You can't like waste a second. As soon as you're up, you're like, oh my God, but I need to go back to sleep.
Right.
Don't think about it. Just get earplugs, eye mask, and then put the meditation on, and then just like concentrate.
And you've just got to do it as quickly as humanly possible.
Yes, it's quick.
I've never done that. That's a great tip. I like it. Meditation. I don't think I have the attention span to sit down and meditate or any of that, but like, I'll give it a shot.
Which does sound quite stressful. I feel like that would wake me up more. I'm looking for my eye mask and my earplugs.
But you
and
just
stuff.
gotta be like, when you're
gotta be
still a bit
prepared.
drowsy, you just gotta act like you're sleeping. Like,
Yeah.
Act like.
But the benefit of being Zach, and I know you guys love me pausing all this stuff, is I don't wake up tired. I bounce out of bed. This energy, you get this like right away. Anybody who's ever shared a house with me, a room or whatever, they know. Zach wakes up well.
You're dreaming.
That's good.
Just
That's
put it in.
good.
And like, as soon as you think, oh no, this is gonna wake me up, it's gonna wake you up. So you just go straight to it, and just keep doing it, and then you just get back in. And
Okay,
then,
nice.
Yeah.
Great. I feel like I won't need to use this quite as much as you. I don't
shower.
tour the world very often, but that is very, very good to know. But look, we've got to talk about your latest single and the album, of course. But let's start with the single, Toxic Till the End. It's out now.
It is.
It's a certified banger.
It is.
In fact, let's give it a round of applause, everybody.
It is.
Because it is absolutely excellent. How are you feeling
really
now
awesome.
that it's out in the world?
Well, I'm just I feel really, really happy. It's been a long time, so I'm like, in my head, it hasn't been the longest time, but I've been
So
waiting.
since you recorded it, and
You know what's weird? This is Rosé. I didn't even say the title. Rosé on meeting Taylor Swift, the APT game, which she explains. I've seen her explain that game 55 times, so I can't imagine how many times she has to do that, like in her own life, when we're not watching her. In the emotional songwriting process of her new album and more. When I first heard "Toxic to the End," and that was my first thought, was like, this sounds like a Taylor song, and that's not a a knock at all. It's Taylor. It's not even a copycat type thing. It sounded kind of, it was in that, like, it sounded like it was sort of written and sung like a Taylor song, which is, I guess, the highest compliment, because Taylor, that girl.
you've been sitting on it.
Yeah, I've been just like dying for it to quickly come out. So I'm like really, really happy. And the whole album is out. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, yep, there we go.
There we go.
There's my first album.
Oh,
I
it's
hope people like
amazing.
it.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's going down incredibly well already. I mean, do you still get nervous though before a release? Because
Oh, of course. This one especially though.
Oh, right. Yeah, of course.
Album.
Different kind of pressure.
Yeah.
You on your own.
On my own, my first full album. It's
Yeah.
been a lot of nerves, but then I've worked on it really, really hard. So I'm ready for it to be out, which it is, and I'm really happy about it.
Amazing. And are you enjoying like seeing people's reactions to it?
Yes, definitely.
She watches reactions. Is that right? You can't even throw me a like or a comment. I see all your stuff. Come on, Rosé. I'm just kidding.
I finally get to hear what people think about it. I mean, I've just been like, I always play it to my friends and family.
Yeah.
Like if I am with a friend, I'd be like, I'll play a song. I'd be like, what do you think? But now I can just hop on the internet and search.
Well, it's going down an absolute storm. I think it's safe to say. But let's talk about the single. So tell me a bit about the song. What's it about? Because the lyrics are beautiful, quite painful.
It's pretty obvious what it's
It
about.
sounds like a very Toxic to the End. It sounds like a very emotional song. Is it really personal?
Yeah, I mean, all the things that I've kind of said on it, it comes from like a very emotional time. So it was like, it's just like things about, like talks about all the things that I would think about and talk about when I was very emotional, as you can tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like, it's also a fun song because I think it's something that like everyone can kind of relate to. And everything that like you want to say about a toxic relationship, but like most people are in denial, I think.
Yes.
But I think the song is fun because it just like, it puts it out there. You're like,
Definitely.
we're naming it what it is.
Yeah.
It's toxic.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, let's
pretty
call it what it is.
Yeah.
Exactly. But when you are putting out a song that is that personal, does that make it even more nerve-wracking? Does that put like another layer of pressure on it?
I mean, yeah, but I mean, at the end of the day, they're just like, I was inspired by personal experiences, but also I was inspired by like my friends, experiences too. It's not just like word by word my
Yeah.
story. A lot does come from my experiences, but so it's not too nerve-wracking. So it's all inspiration.
Yeah.
So like I know people take it every word by word like literally, but like I mean there are a lot of metaphors and like.
Yeah, I feel like you kind of, when you write a song like that and people are going to take it like as directed directly at like an ex, you can't really like, I don't know if you can really write like that. Like ultimately, like if you do, you see artists that that write those types of songs and like they get emotional pretty much every time they sing them because it takes you to a place. Whereby if you write it with different experiences shared and from different standpoints, you sort of save yourself that, because if it's not exactly your story, then you're not putting yourself there again. Because, dude, those are toxic relationships. They're painful. They leave scars. So it's a better way to write, I think, but it is a powerful song. Just if you lyrically just kind of understanding kind of where she took it from, but
I noticed that a lot of people think that there's like a line about Tiffany rings. He didn't actually steal my Tiffany rings. We just made that one up. So I'm like, calm down. Everyone's like, who stole her Tiffany? Like,
Yeah,
who
the
is
internet
it?
is trying to track this person down.
Yeah.
You're going to be sent a load of Tiffany rings.
I mean, please. That's great.
Could be
But
worse.
I mean, like, the second half of it, like, you wasted my prettiest years is what we were trying to get at. And,
Yeah.
like, not literally. He didn't actually steal my Tiffany rings.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of it is also metaphors and a lot of it is drawn from personal experiences. But, you know, it's a song that represents toxic relationships that we all go through.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone can relate to it. So
Definitely.
it's more exciting than nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
Sometimes when there's something too literal, I kind of freak out, but it's fine.
Amazing. Well, look, it's the second single, like the second official single off the album. The first was obviously APT with Bruno
Yes.
Mars. I think it's safe to say that blew up in a big way. Currently number
Rosé.
one here on the Hits UK chart.
Yay,
Also number
crazy.
one in Korea, Australia, New Zealand, Canada, Malaysia, Japan, to name
Crazy.
just a few. Did you expect such a strong reaction to that song? Is that why you were like, you know what, let's put this one out first because I reckon this is nailed on number one globally?
I mean, I could tell like it was definitely kind of like brought something out of people, and I would play like a bunch of songs and they'd always like text me like a week later, I can't get APT out of my head.
Right.
And, like it's just like I can't get it out. Like I'm so excited for it to come out, and everyone that like people like I trust when it comes to music, they would all just be
I'm still not sick of it yet. It still slaps. I'll be honest, and I've heard it a million times.
like, this is the one. And so it did seem like, okay, so I'm guessing this is a no-brainer, but I mean, I didn't expect it to blow up this much,
Yeah.
to be honest. So it's like, it's been a crazy experience.
And did you release it mainly because you wanted the world to start playing the game of APT?
I mean, I thought it would be fun because it started from me teaching my friends in America the game.
Yeah.
Like none of them were Korean at all, and they knew nothing about Korean. I'm teaching them, and they were all having so much fun. And so, like watching that, I was thinking it'd be crazy if I make a song out of it. And then
Yeah.
I get more people to learn about this fun game.
Yeah.
But yeah, wait, what was the question?
Well, it was just like
Carried away.
Well, no, it's like the game was obviously a big part of your
Yes.
for you.
Yes.
And it's something you enjoy. I mean, mainly
Yeah.
it was just a way of getting into me asking how do we play? How
do you play it?
Can you
Yeah,
remind us
it's-
how to play?
It's just like, it's really simple. It's like almost too simple. We would be shocked. It's just like, apata means apartment. So you're
Yeah.
basically stacking floors of an apartment by like stacking your hands in the middle, like
Okay,
all
so everyone
together.
puts their hands in the middle.
Yeah, and you start with that chant. Everyone
Right.
just goes
Apata,
apata, apata,
apata,
apata, apata, apata, apata.
Yeah.
And if it was my game, I would be like 7. And we're all stacking our hands
Yeah.
just randomly in the middle, and you go from bottom up. 1, and whoever's on the bottom. 2,
Two,
3,
yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, and whoever lands on the 7th floor takes the shot.
Great.
You do it again.
You're right. It
but-
is simple. It's just an excuse to drink, isn't it?
It really is.
It's just guaranteed quick.
Dude, the easy ways that people invent to drink, I'm guilty of it too. We see my problem like throughout college years, I would say wasn't like finding ways to drink. That was easy. It was creating new things to drink. My friends would introduce milk into bomber shots. I'm pretty sure that my group of friends invented the shoey. If you don't know what that is, go look it up. It's disgusting. Like just randomly running around clubs and never mind. And just it wasn't just good enough to have a cup in your hand. No. You had to earn that cup. You had to earn that drink doing something outlandish, right? Wilds. We had a drink like there was one where we did like a sneak attack body shot. We call it a sobs, where you get a few people together and they hold somebody down, and who's already sitting or laying down. This is usually better done at a pool, beach, and they could have suntan lotion all over them. Whatever, you pour a shot in their belly button, and then somebody will take a shot out of it. It's totally sanitary, as is everything that we did back in the day. I'm still alive, and I don't really drink, so I mean, you learn, you live and you learn, right? First of all, where do I get not just a sweater, but I want to get a customized hypercolored foam microphone cover thing. So that's next.
Drinking.
Yes, it definitely
2.
is.
Yeah.
3.
Me. 2. 3 is
Yeah.
your turn.
One
yeah.
more time.
Yeah, exactly. Wow.
Yeah.
And had Bruno Mars ever played this game before?
Yeah, I mean,
Had he actually?
No, not
No.
before the song. I mean, he
Oh, right.
heard the song and he's
Yeah.
like, what is this about? I said it was a drinking game, and that's when we taught him. And
Right.
yeah.
So you didn't just bond, because it would be fun when you're saying you played it with your friends in America. Bruno was one of them.
Oh, it would have been cool.
Yeah.
But no, it wasn't
Sadly
really
not.
go that way.
He's loving it now. He plays it all the time. I
All the
bet.
time, probably.
How did that come about? The collab with him. Who slid into whose DMs? How did it work?
No DMs. Just I joined my label Atlantic, and I found out that Bruno was part of the label, and I'd been a fan of him since like exactly a year ago. He came to Korea and performed in Korea, and I was in Korea at the time, so I went to watch the show, and I was like, wow, I'm the biggest fan. Apparently, I had no idea, but I was like, oh my god, I'm the biggest fan. And then a year later, I find out that he's in part of the label, and so I was like, do you think he would hop on a song? And then to my surprise, he had asked for us to pitch 3 songs, and
No way.
APT was one of them.
That's amazing.
And then he was just like, this is the craziest concept, I want to do it.
Yeah. And it really suits him. Do
It
you know
really
what I mean?
does?
Yeah. And is that your favourite part of it? Like, actually being in the studio and writing the songs?
I definitely started from there. It was just like, what do I want to do with my life? What do I
Yeah.
want to be doing every single day? And that's what it was. And I didn't feel comfortable anywhere else. I was like doing the events and all the things that we would usually do.
Interviews.
And it wasn't really like didn't feel like it was serving me well. And then I think I found myself in a studio, and I felt, this is what I would like to be doing.
Amazing.
Most days for the next year. And I stuck to it. There were difficult days,
Yeah.
for sure. Amongst those good ones,
Yeah.
but at the end of the day, that's just what I wanted to be doing, and I got to do it, and here we are with a full album.
Yeah, the full album. It's out now.
Yay.
But look, so let's talk a little bit. I want to ask you about your training, right? Which I wonder whether it plays into what we've been talking about the kind of, sounds like the discipline, right? Of going into the studio every day, even when you're not feeling like it, you go in and you do it. Because I read that you trained in Korea for just over 4 years when you
Yes.
first signed your deal. I mean, that's longer than my degree took. Do you know what I mean? In the UK, degrees are like 3 years.
Okay.
You're pretty much a doctor.
I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
Call me Dr.
Pop
Rosé.
stardom. Exactly. So what was it like? Like, did you? Yeah. How does that
all my
process
discipline
work?
there for sure.
Yeah.
I was like,
Is it different modules? Is it like, right, today we're doing this, like we're doing songwriting, we're doing instruments, we're doing dancing? Like, break it down for me.
every week was set up. I think it was like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We had like group dance lessons, and like I don't know, Tuesday, Thursdays were like language, like during the day, and like everyone would have just like separate lessons that are kind of catered to
Right.
them. I had like guitar lessons like once a week, and
And I did read that because you're left-handed, but you play the guitar in a
No.
right-handed position.
I do.
Yeah, very clever.
Really?
Yeah.
Crazy. Oh well,
Yeah.
thank you.
And was that something that they told you? They taught you? They were like, keep
No,
doing
I
this
started
way.
playing the guitar back in Australia,
Right,
so
yeah.
I kind of started that
Okay, yeah,
myself.
of course,
I
yeah.
like it's like a thing. If I'm left-handed, everyone asks like even like scissors or anything. They're like, would you like a left hand? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, just give me
Wow.
the normal one. I want
Wow.
I want to try it the normal way.
I'm ambidextrous. Yeah.
But yeah, and so like it'd be like kind of planned out like that. Yeah, and we just it was like school.
Yeah. Okay.
Exactly like school, but like longer hours.
But yeah, exactly. And at the end of it, you come out an incredible pop star. I mean, that's
Well,
great.
hopefully, yeah.
But look, so I just want to touch on the writing of the album some more. So is there like a specific memory from recording the album that's going to stand out for you in like years to come when you look back and you think that like sums up the experience of writing my debut album?
I think maybe the very first session I did out in LA, like when I began that year of songwriting, and it was probably the day that made me feel like maybe I could do this for the rest of the year. I had like a terrible night, and it was something that was on my mind, and I didn't want to tell anyone about it because it made me feel weak. And the next day we went to the studio, and because they were all also people I didn't know, and it was kind of a safe space, they were asking me like what I was going through in life, and I was like, I mean, nothing really fun. So I was like bummed out that I didn't have much of a subject to talk about that I thought was songwriting worthy, and But then I was like, oh, actually, I've been going through something, and I end up bawling my eyes out, just crying in front of all these people I've never met before.
Wow.
And then they were like, let's write a song about it. And I was like, I'm sure this can't be a song. I was like, this is not even like a love song. It has nothing to do with like love or anything. It's just like, and nobody's going to be interested in this song. And one of my, the co-writers, Amy, was like, no, Rosie, like, I think we could do it. Let's write a song, and it's called it's called Vampire Holly. It's not in the album. I think it's going to be in like an extra dealer. No, it's actually in the It's like an addition for that song.
Great.
But we wrote that song and like I remember leaving that emotion behind in the room, and I never thought about it again. When I left it, and that's when I was like, huh.
So it's a cathartic process.
Really, it was.
Amazing.
That's
and
a
what
memory.
and what about lyrics? Do you have like a favorite lyric from the album?
That's hard. All lyrics are like fun. There are like lots of cute ones.
See, I like that. She like kind of didn't want to answer, but he didn't say anything. He's doing a good job at like letting her talk. So this is well done in the sense that like, dude, interviewing it doesn't have to be like, you don't have to stay on top of people. Question. You just kind of let them talk, and they'll get there on their own, right? So like he's like, do you have a favorite lyric? And she's like, that's hard, and he just stared at her. And then she's like, all right, well, I have to fucking answer this, right?
All lyrics are like fun. There are like lots of cute ones. As much as like it's something I would not like to say every day. I love the first verse of 3 a.m. It just goes like, I just saw a red flag. Gonna pretend I didn't see that because is it really, really that bad? I need you really, really that bad. It's just like, oh my God, Rosie.
We've all thought
yeah,
it. We've all thought
right?
it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
that
100%.
That was the whole point of that day. And I was like, I want to write these lyrics like you just don't want to hear that. Even when a friend says it, you're like, don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't do it.
You're like, it's a beige flag at worst. Come on.
Yeah, beige.
Yeah. It's fine.
I remember writing
I
it
like
being-
red.
Red is
Yeah.
a pretty color.
Actually, a great color. Yeah.
But I just like how raw that is.
Yeah.
And just like you just feel naked, like it's
Definitely.
like a naked feeling.
Yeah. And we can all relate to it.
Yeah.
And I heard that during the recording you met Taylor Swift, and she gave you some advice, and she gave you her number. I mean,
I feel like a bit embarrassed because I feel like I'm going around bragging about it, but I'm like,
Why wouldn't you? That's absolutely something to brag about. Look at her smile right now. I'd be that happy too, if I had a pretty smile. If and I'm not even a Taylor fan, but literally everybody around me is. So I'm not saying I don't dislike Taylor. It's not really my style. But anyways, no, Taylor, we like Taylor. Taylor's great. It's just type of music is what I'm saying. It's not my thing.
in my defense, people are asking me.
exactly.
So,
No, I'll say
as
that.
much as it's like
you
my
didn't
biggest
bring it
flex,
up. I mean, you did bring it up off camera. You're
My
like, make
biggest
sure you
flex.
ask me about the Taylor
make
Swift.
sure you do. This is the biggest flex
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah.
But it is my biggest flex. But I feel like, oh my God,
I'm not
I
sure
feel like
it
I'm
is.
bragging about it too much.
But what I mean, I mainly just want to know what you saved her name in her number in your phone.
I just saved it as Taylor.
Taylor.
That's
my
kind of
God.
cool too, right?
Just
Saved
Taylor.
it
Just
as
Taylor.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
sound cool.
Yeah. Just Taylor. T.
T,
Well,
no.
you didn't go for Tay Tay.
No.
That's just
no.
that's for the fans. When you're actually mates with her, it's Taylor.
Stop.
Yeah.
No, it's just Taylor.
I'd like to meet her. Apparently she's very fun.
First name
No,
basis.
she's great.
She's like a
coolest.
laugh.
She's cool.
Good bants, as
Yes.
we'd say.
Well, Rosé doesn't even have a last name, so Taylor can be just Taylor, right? You say Rosé, people know what you're talking about, unless they're really big champagne fans.
Yes.
In the UK.
But yeah, no, she was the best.
What advice did she give you?
No, I asked her first. I went to her and I was like, okay, I'm in like a stage where I'm learning a lot about my life, and I'm trying to, set up, a structure for myself so I could do music and be smart about it. And she gave me all these things to think about, and it was really, really, really helpful. She's like, make sure to be asking these questions and make sure to check if, this is all set up, and this is very important. And I was just like, it was the best. She was
Great.
so nice.
Great.
You know, now think about it. You know that you're doing something right when your name takes over, for notoriety purposes, starts taking over the name of a drink. There's a lot of, there's artists that, they go by one name and you kind of make it then, right? or people, for example, Prince, Cher, Shaq, whatever, Tiger. Um, but I mean, Tiger took over an animal. That's wild. But you think of Rosé, like she's right up there with the beloved bubbly.
Right.
Racist.
But I'm getting, I'm getting similar vibes from you in that, you're both people who are in control of your creative process and control of everything around you as well
I'm just
in a really
starting
good
to,
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's great.
I mean,
it's
thank
really
you for saying.
inspiring. Yeah,
I have
honestly.
lots to learn to catch up to her, but I mean, I'm really
Yeah.
I'm trying to be smart and.
She'll be calling you for advice.
No,
Don't worry.
what?
She will. She will.
No,
She will.
No.
But look, you've collabed with Bruno on the album. There are no other collabs on this album, right?
No, not yet, unless anyone want to jump on.
Yeah, I will.
As a-
Oh, you
as
mean
a
Taylor?
digital-
Taylor's listening, right?
No,
Yeah.
well,
Maybe.
don't even know.
So, what are your dream collabs? What have you got? Like, have you got anything in the pipeline? that
I
you
mean, I
want to
did
tease
say
for us?
something yesterday, but I don't enjoy saying it because I feel like I'm jinxing
No,
it
no.
sometimes.
It's the opposite. Nowadays, it's all
Just
about
gotta
putting
say
stuff
it?
out into the universe.
Sure.
Yeah, we used to say that things would get. Now it's just you're putting it out.
Putting it out.
Yeah, the universe will listen.
Well, I mean, everyone would just even. I mean, that
Who-
I don't want to jinx.
Who is it? Oh no, you don't want
I
to say.
said the other day. I mean, I like SZA, Taylor. Oh, I mean, all these people. Oh,
Yeah?
I just no. I don't like
SZA.
talking about it because I feel like it's just not gonna happen.
Well, look, I might have an in for you with SZA. This is a true story. A friend of mine,
Yes.
she wore this amazing coat, right,
Mm-hmm.
on a TV show we did together, and SZA got in touch with my friend,
Mm-hmm.
and said, "Can I borrow your coat?"
Wait.
And the coat got sent out to America.
What?
Yeah,
It's
true.
crazy.
That's actually true.
Oh, that's cool.
So I'll get a number for you.
Oh, thank you.
Don't worry about it. I probably won't be able to do that. But look, thank you so much for coming and chatting to us. It's been so lovely to chat to you and get to know you properly.
Thank you.
Congratulations again on the singles so far and, of course, the album. Guys, make some noise. Make some noise for Rosé. Thank you. Thank you so much.
That was so much fun.
That was really good. I like that one. I feel like it took a second, but they as they were both kind of waking up, but they both got going and into it, and it turned more kind of conversational, like a couple of friends having some coffee and just that haven't talked in a minute and what's been going on with life, sort of thing. And that's how I feel like an interview should feel. So that was really well done. Looks like they ran into some more of Blackpink too, right here. So this is Hits Radio. Go support, go like, go subscribe. Obviously, go support Rosé as well. Please like, please subscribe. And did we do this one? Judging British Korean snack. I think I did. Right? Yeah, I don't know. I do a lot of these things. Lie detector I did. I think. All right. Well, let's dive more into the weekend here. Hope you guys enjoyed. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and make sure you go support. Love to have you here as well. Like, comment down below. Make sure you're subscribed. If you hung out for 30 minutes with me, you're wonderful. We'll talk to you.